Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. And yes, I do. I do have my sunglasses. What somebody said the sunglasses was ugly, and somebody else didn't like the sunglasses. A few people liked them. Well, I like the glasses, but I'm not doing them to be cool or anything. It's the light. So I gotta do what I gotta do, but I don't want to hear y'all smart ass comments. Anyway, this video actually, my man from Bullies had sent me a message earlier to check out his video, and some of the responses, you know what I'm saying, that came along with the video. Pretty, you know what I'm saying, pretty strange, but y'all check him out over at Bullies, and pretty much, I mean, his whole video was about the top 5 dogs as they were rated in the ABKC, and he was giving his honest opinion as to what he was seeing in the video, and I didn't see a lot wrong with what he said in the videos, you know what I mean? One of the things that I can tell you is that it's up for debate, I guess, is if this particular dog, I think it was Blue, had a kink tail. Now, this is what I'll say about that situation. Something did look weird about the tail in the video. People can go back and dispute whether or not it's a kink or whatever, but it laid funny. Neither here nor there, I say, in this situation. I think this is where the video is going to spark a lot of controversy. And if you want to see his video, it's I mean, he wasn't trying to be disrespectful or anything. You can put in top 5 ABKC dogs on YouTube and it'll pull it up. But this is my thing. It seemed like he was somewhat surprised that the ABKC people had gotten at his neck the way that they did. And I tell you what, anytime, take a little sip of the wine, anytime that you make a comment, and trust me, I got to be the world leader in making comments about dogs. But anytime you make a comment and it's not, let's say, to the liking or to the, you know, patting of the back or or saying that the dog is great, and especially particularly in that community, you're going to get some kickback, you know. Obvious things that have been spoken on before, you're going to get that pushback, you know. You're going to get somebody talking shit. The first thing you will always see is somebody will come on there, well, me as an ABKC judge, first of all, means shit, honestly. For all these fucking people who keep on talking about, I'm an ABKC judge and this is what I see. First of all, your accreditation means shit. You're in a registry where plenty of dogs have high rears, bad feet, bad tails, bad bites, sway backs, this, that, and the other, and you're pounding your chest as if you're some type of expert. You're part of the fucking problem. So when a person gives, and it's not to say that you can't have your opinion, just like he can't have his opinion, but stop running around with this, oh, as an ABKC judge, I am a, this, that. No, stop it. Stop it. You know what I mean? I've judged for many different registries. I've judged for independent dog groups and everything else. And the one thing I'll tell you is, around the world, whether it's Colombia to South Africa, you get no accreditation by saying that you're an ABKC judge. That is considered the lowest accreditation of any judge anywhere known to man. And it's basically because of the quality of the dogs in these type of situations, which I agree with what the brother was saying, is that if a dog does have an issue with a tail, which let me first be the first one to say, I don't know. It just looks funny in the video, you know what I mean? But always put hands on the dog. I had to put hands on the dog. That's some Dave Wilson bullshit that you people fucking started. Let me just tell you that. That when you say that lingo, I had to put hands on him. I had, because if you ain't never put hands, that is an American bully ABKC bullshit ass lingo, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. The only true reason that I have to put hands on the dog, I do sometimes, if I see something I don't like, I do like to put a little extra weight on the back hips to see if the dog gives. And the only time that you'll see me do this in the ring, and I'm telling on myself, is if I see something in your dog to where he's not moving properly in the back end, and I think that he might have an issue with those back hips, then I try to put the weight test to him. If the dog is moving effortlessly, if the dog is moving flawlessly, I don't see anything back there that brings the question that there might be a problem in the hip, I don't have to touch the dog. First and foremost, all of this shit that you have to put your hands on the dog to be able to tell if the dog is conformationally sound. No, motherfucker, you ain't Ray Charles. You know what I mean? You can judge a dog with your eyes. You know I got my Ray Charles glasses on, but you can judge a dog with your eyes. You can put that dog in movement, check out his movement, see how he's flowing, and if that dog is moving and it's almost like he isn't moving while he's moving, that's a well put together dog. When you start to see the wobbles and you start to see different weird movements, now you got questions of what is causing this dog to be off. Because just like I've told y'all previously, when it comes to the dog's movement, it only takes one thing to be off. And sometimes it might be an injury. Sometimes the dog might have a sore, sore foot or something to that effect. But if it does have that happen, the dog will move horribly. He'll be, because that throws off everything. A dog's movement on all four paws, up to the shoulders, up to the back, is all one chain of movement. When one thing goes off, it throws off the whole movement. So that's when you start to look for something. But this whole thing that you have to go and fill the dog up and do all these multiple things to the dog all of the time, that's BS. You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? To judge the dog, we're not judging. I mean, to be honest with y'all, y'all tell me what you think. What are you feeling? The second thing that I would be feeling would be the balls. Now, if I feel like in some kind of situation that the dog's testicles are not all the way where they need to be at, then it is what it is. I'll check to see if he has 2 testicles. I'll see if there's a problem with one of the testicles, because sometimes a dog can have 2 testicles and one of the testicles not be largely abnormal. That's a major flaw too. It doesn't have to be totally missing. But if you have like one of them that's way too big and the other one that's way too tiny, that's something that you have to keep in mind as a judge also. But all of these talks of that, I got to put my hands on the dog and the ABKC accreditation, and then you get these people to come out with pom-poms and all of this carrying on. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's me being as truthful as I possibly can be. Most of these people, and I'm not trying to beat you down if you support the ABKC or nothing like that, but most of you people aren't accredited to talk about dogs because look what y'all push. I'm just being realistic. Look what you push. You go to a registry where dogs with well-known flaws commonly win shows. Just the simple fact that you consider a kink tail a flaw and not a disqualification says a lot. Because if you go around the world and you start looking at other people's shows and stuff, you have never seen a grand champion at all these other registries with a kink tail. Disqualification. But on and on we go with these things, and we act as if we know so much more than everybody else by dumbing down the topics, that when people do make good conversation points and do point out things that they're visibly seeing, we try to demean their opinion. Now, that's not to say that they can't be wrong, but a lot of times what you see is something to it. You're not just imagining something. When he said, I saw something with the tail, it's something weird with the tail. But when you have a registry that totally dumbs down flaws and issues, like not to throw him into the topic, but like Rocco definitely has a kink tail. He definitely has a high rear. Not only is he a grand champion, he's a national champion for Europe. This is what you accept. So don't get pissed off at people when people start saying, you know what, that dog is bullshit, or this is bullshit. I don't like that, because you've lowered your standards. You know what I mean? And if And if you're so much of a judge and you have the integrity of a judge, you should be able to speak up and say that some of these dogs that are winning, probably some of the dogs that you picked, the judges who jumped up on there, aren't quality dogs. They can only win, you know what I'm saying, in a dumbed down dog registry, which the ABKC is. But if it was a high level registry to where flaws are taken into accountability and we don't use that dumb thing that there's no perfect dog, when in actuality there are plenty of dogs who fit their standard perfectly without flaws and issues, then you know what I mean, it would be a totally different topic of conversation. You know, we have to get back to the point where we raise our standards, not just about dog breeding. Everybody thinks it's about breeding. The standard has to be set inside the show ring first and foremost. You know what I mean? It has to be set to the standard that we are shooting for something that is perfection. You know, now perfection, some people say, is an opinion, and that is true, but perfection to the standard is a reality, because all you have to do is meet all of the checkpoints of the standard, which many of dogs have done throughout dog showing history. You know, too many times we get in our feelings when people point out our heroes, you know, and it's funny, in the American bully world, it's a new hero every year. But every time we point out these heroes, whether it's a nationals champion, whether it's a dog that's won 1 million titles, whether it's this, whether it's that, in our community, we can attack a flaw on them and say, look at this was off, you know, bad feet, that tells us that our dogs are at a low level. Because we don't even have representatives that we can be totally proud of to say that, you know what I mean, go ahead and check him out. He bad. You ain't gonna find nothing wrong with that dog. We don't have that. I had it before. You hear me? Marco Suarez had it before. That's how we wrote this fucking standard. You as long as y'all been around, you won't find people to say that they found a flaw on Hallie. Not to the standard. The standard was written after her. Her feet was straight. Her top line was beautiful. Great rear end movement. Great angulations. Perfect scissor bite. More than bully enough. What do you want? That's perfection. Paco. Great feet. Great bite. Great head shape. Great substance. Everything you want. What do you want? This is a beautiful dog. Ain't no fucking kink tails, ain't no high rears, ain't none of that bullshit. We've lowered the standard from what we've written it to allow insufficient breeders to say that they are champions and grand champions. And as I've said in many other videos, when you do that, where is the accreditation in the fact of having a title? If we're gonna lower what it means to be a champion, is that really a champion? This man spoke on what he saw, gave an honest opinion, and kept it very, very respectful. And at the same time, many of you people came in there with this magician shit like, oh, you have to lay hands on them. So when do you see judges go into the ring and close their eyes and start rubbing down dogs? What is that kind of judging? This is a visual show. What is he putting hands on the dog for to find? Maybe the kink tail. Maybe you got to slide over it. But even, let me explain this to you. Even if you slide it and you don't feel a kink, the direction of the vertebrae and the way that they go and everything else can be a flaw. If you don't feel an actual knot or a kink, but the tail is going to the side, or the tail is going to the other side, or the tail is, you know, gay and coming too far this way or that way, those are flaws. You don't have to have your hands on it. And if you see a dog is holding his tail improperly, that's an issue. But a lot of y'all ain't graduated to that level to break a dog down from the root to the tooth properly. So y'all make up excuses. Stop giving me fucking excuses and give me some badass dogs is what I'm telling y'all. That's the game that I play in. That's the game that I want y'all to play in, where we get to the point where we just making something that's so phenomenal that, you know, it boils down to how phenomenal are you? Not where are your you know, how many issues do you have, but how phenomenal are you? We ain't even got no issues. Now we got to look at things like, damn, you just so phenomenal. We got 4 or 5 phenomenal dogs here that don't really have flaws to according to the standard. Now we judging on another level. That's how they judge at Westminster. They take those dogs in there and you look at a class, I don't give a damn what the class is. And you looking at the dogs and you like, damn, you don't see nothing going on with these dogs. Now the judge is just judging off of phenomenal. The eyes are good, the feet are good, the top line is good, the rear end is good, the dog is moving good, the dog is, you know what I'm saying, character is going down to what it's supposed to be in the description. Everything is, but now I just gotta say, well, damn, I got 4, 5 badass dogs here. Which one of you are the most phenomenal? It don't mean that 5 is not phenomenal. This just number 1 is gonna be the most phenomenal. That's a level that we have yet to reach. And that's the level we should be striving for instead of making excuses. A person should be able to look at a video, give their opinion, and not be shamed by what they are visually seeing that appears to be off. And I don't agree with what, I don't totally disagree with what he was saying. I saw things that were off in the video. All 5 dogs, nice dogs, but had things that were off in the video. It's not a slam on the dogs to say, hey, something ain't right there, or something ain't right here. It's not a thing to say that. You know what I mean? And really, I only saw like issues that I would seriously take. I think it was 2 or 3 of them. But either way it goes, you know, raise the bar and make a better dog instead of making all this noise when people call you out for not having a good dog or not having the best dog. Let's not say good, because I think all 5 of those dogs were good dogs, but they had little issues, and we have to have that transparency to say that, yeah, something was wrong there, and keep it moving, man. But until next time, y'all, much love. God bless. Peace.